worn boots. One more night before it's gone. Gulls summer send-off.
The Gulls take game one.
And he's looking for the strikeout to put an exclamation point on this series, and he does.
And for the first time in franchise history, the Sylvan Lake Gulls head to the WCBL championship. There will be a new WCBL champion this season.
That's got a chance.
Or a home
Where
run.
is it going?
Good
is it
night.
not enough? Yes, it does. Marcus Abelhosen with the walk-off homer.
The Sylvan Lake Gulls have got the dog off their back. They are headed to the WCBL championship final with an 8-4 win.
It has finally arrived, and it is here. The ladies and gentlemen, the final day of the 2026 Western Canadian Baseball League regular season has arrived. Game 56, just like that. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm K.O. Clark. Great to have you watching Gulls Baseball right here on FloCollege, brought to you by Visit Sylvan Lake, as we will see Fort McMurray Giants and the Sylvan Lake Gulls put a blanket on the 2026 WCBL season. This will be the 10th meeting between the Giants and the Gulls this year, as the Sylvan Lake has had an 8-1 edge over the Giants, and the Gulls also looking to secure a 38-18 record on the year for the third time in the franchise's 6-year history. The last time the Gulls had a 38-18 record in the regular season dates back to the 2022 summer and the 2023 summer as well. So they went back-to-back years. Then they broke a record, the most wins in the WCBL with the most wins at a regular season. And then, of course, last year only with 34 wins and 20 losses. So definitely tied for their second best record in the season. Now, there's also something to be said about home cooking for the Lake Boys this year, as they have gone 22-5 when playing here at Gulls Field throughout the regular season. So maybe something tells me it's because they also have a great fan base to cheer loud behind them. And it is Fan Appreciation Night here at the ballpark, and it is great to see everybody here in attendance as well. Now, of course, there's some news that also broke out just days ago for the Fort McMurray Giants, and that is they broke the World Guinness Book of Records on August 1st for the most people wearing Aloha shirts at an event, and that was just incredible. They broke a world record with 1,280 fans in attendance, all wearing Aloha shirts. So really cool stuff. We have seen nothing but records being broken up and down throughout the entire league, but also getting to see world records being broken in the WCBL, something you don't necessarily see all the time. So good to see that. Good for the Fort McMurray Giants to go out with a bang, as the Sylvan Lake Gulls and the Giants will duke it out one last time this 2026 regular season. Now, we did have, before this game, we did have some player awards, and because it is the end of the regular season, we have to obviously mention those player awards. Of course, Pitcher of the Year going to Braden Stewart, who had an incredible season, 31 innings pitched, 55 strikeouts, and a 2.52 ERA. So good stuff there. And, you know, the kid has just been the rock and the anchor in this Gulls lineup. It's so good to see for Braden Stewart being the pitcher of the year for the Sylvan Lake Gulls. And then you take a look at the defensive player of the year, and that goes to Dom Giusti, who has been just an absolute workhorse out in center field, popping some, you know, pop fly balls, and out in center field can track a ball down very quickly. So good to see that Dom Giusti is our defensive player of the year, and we've even seen him do some things with the bat as well. And you take a look at it, and he gets something over the fence there. Good stuff there by Dom Giusti. I mean, his bat is starting to heat up, especially as the season has gone on. He's gotten hotter and better at, you know, playing for the Sylvan Lake Gulls team. So good stuff there. We'll get through the rest of the player awards in just a moment, but let's take a look at our starting pitcher for tonight's matchup, and there is number 26, Reese Usselman, a guy that hasn't got a whole lot of work here this season, but got a decent amount. 9 innings pitched, 1-0 record, a 5 ERA, 10 strikeouts, and has just given up the 6 hits. So good things there for Reese Usselman and the Sylvan Lake Gulls. This is who he's going to have to face with the Fort McMurray Giants. Rhett Hodgins, Nick Sauvé, and Braden Dick, the 1, 2, 3 scheduled batters. Hodgins will play as the catcher today. And, of course, you still see some more pitchers in a position that is not on the mound. Caleb Paquette was the starting pitcher for the Fort McMurray Giants last night. He's going to go to third, and then you get, of course, Nate Mountjoy, who was at third, also a catcher, playing center field tonight. So good things there, as I always love to see the Fort McMurray Giants having some fun near stages of the end of the season. John Boy Rittenhouse, Dom Giusti, and Michael Quick are in the outfield. Cleary Simpson, Jaden Flores, Dane Liskey, and Zach McDonald getting a start over at first base. So some rookies going in, especially with Hunter Durr behind the plate for his second consecutive game. Good to see there for the Sylvan Lake Gulls getting some young faces into the lineup in the last game of the regular season, giving their vets some break and some rest before a much-needed heavyweight playoff tilt with the Lethbridge Bulls on Friday night here at Gulls Field. It's the Western Conference semifinal going to be getting all underway this Friday night, and then Saturday in Lethbridge, and then if Game 3 is needed and necessary, it will come back to Sylvan Lake for a matchup against the Bulls. How about this? Look at this. This is a full house, and why not? Fan Appreciation Night. The fans did not disappoint here on this gorgeous Wednesday night of baseball here in Central Alberta. Everybody taking it in, and it is going to be a fun-filled night for all fans in attendance, as it is Fan Appreciation Night here at Gulls Field. Giants, Gulls, one last time. Reese Usselman will start things off with a pitch getting past Hunter Durr in the turf, and back to the screen it goes. 1-0 count. Great crowd for Usselman to get the start. And in fact, this is the Usselman's first start of the summer here in Sylvan Lake. He's come in as a reliever, and he gets in, and he just is able to get a start here with one of the biggest crowds we have seen all season long. So this ball is popped up, right field. Getting there quickly is, guess who? Michael Quick, giving Charlie Collins the night off for out number 1. So that'll bring up Nick Sauvé, the right fielder for the Giants. Sauvé, we're just trying to get things kind of updated here on the old stat sheet online, as this ball is popped foul territory, and it's going to go into the Giants bullpen. On 1 to Sauvé. And Sauvé cuts under this pretty good pop fly ball. It is in foul territory. It's going to stay in, and it's going to be caught by the rookie, Zach McDonald. A great catch there. That ball was kind of starting to come back into the ballpark and kind of had some movement on it as it was flying in the air. So good catch there by the youngster, Zach McDonald, the kid from Lacombe, Alberta, getting involved early. And that'll bring up Braden Dick. And we take a look at Braden Dick's numbers. 251 is what he's been hitting all season long. 29 RBIs, which, by the way, leads this team with RBIs. 5 home runs. He's got 46 hits and 24 runs in 50 games played. So he has played almost every single game you can in a season, just missing 5. As this is game 56. So that's a lot of workload on a young guy like him, who's playing second base for the Giants here tonight yet again. They've looked on him heavily throughout the regular season. That ball fouled back. 1-2. 2 down here in the top half of the first inning. Just got underway between the Gulls and the Giants in the final game of the 2026 WCBL regular season. Cale Clark here with you. You're watching Gulls baseball on FloCollege, brought to you by Visit Sylvan Lake. This ball hit into foul territory, but it's going to go far enough away from the right fielder in Michael Quick, as there's a lot of room out there in foul territory. And Michael Quick had a long ways to run as that ball lands harmlessly into the warning track. And a strikeout for Reese Usselman as he just calmly walks off the mound, knows it right away, and a 3-up, 3-down inning for Sylvan Lake as he just takes care of business as per usual. Great pitch, great call, and the Gulls coming to bat in the bottom of the first.
Summer lingers in the air, in the sound, open skies, worn boots. One more night before it's gone. Gulls summer send off.
Well, Riley Burns comes in from playing center field last night and hitting as a Fort McMurray Giant to back to his routine spot, getting his 8th start on the season. He's been busy for this Fort McMurray Giants team. In fact, he's pitched the most innings out of any pitcher for the Giants in that roster and in that bullpen with a 2-4 record and 42 innings, 8.44 ERA. Yeah, he's been busy. Let's take a look at who he's going to face. This is Jaden Flores, Michael Quick, and John Boyer Rittenhouse, the 1-2-3 hitters. And then, of course, Bryce Turner will get another crack at the DH position here again today. Cleary will stay over at third. And then the youngsters, Dane Liskey takes over at second. Hunter Durr behind the home plate as he gets to do that for the second consecutive game. And then how about Zach McDonald stepping in to fill in for Coleman Perry over at first base with the Defensive Player of the Year, Dom Giusti, rounding out the order. Here's the defense for Fort McMurray. Caleb Graham, Nate Mountjoy is in center field now. The pitcher goes from third to center in one night. Nick Sauve over in right field as well. And then the infield, Caleb Paquette, who was the starting pitcher for the Giants, will fill in over at third. And you got Hudson Wilson at short, Braden Dick at second, Aiden Lahaney over at first, and Rhett Hodkins behind the plate, catching balls and strikes. Flores first pitch swinging, and he fouls it back to the screen, 0-1. Another gorgeous night here in Central Alberta for some WCBL action. Can't ask for a better turnout for fans, better night. Weather-wise, it has been just perfect so far, and we're just getting started. And that pitch up high and outside for a ball. Ball hit on the ground, kind of deep in the hole. Dick will glove it and not get the throw in time as Flores beats out the throw. That ball hit on the ground and it just kind of trickled far enough into the hole that Dick had to go a long ways to grab it, and then by the time he could cover it up and get it, it was too late. Flores already reached first. So that'll bring up Michael Quick. The right fielder for Sylvan Lake from Oshawa, Ontario. Goes to Bradley University. Quick comes in, hitting .254 on the season with 15 RBIs, 3 homers, 32 hits, and 31 runs. And he's one of those guys that just knows how to get on base. 403% on base, not bad. And Flores will steal second in the process as that ball is dropped by Rhett Hotkins. So Gulls quickly get into scoring position, wasting absolutely no time here in the final game of the regular season. Looking to get into scoring position and drive in the first run of the game. And Quick sends his opposite field, but just a little foul. He turns on that just even a half a millisecond earlier, and that's probably going down the line. Even count to Quick. And he hits this right up the middle off the glove of Burns, and they get him over at first. A good recovery there by the shortstop, Hudson Wilson, to make the throw. As we take a look at it, Riley Burns got the tip of his glove on it, but then it goes right to Hudson Wilson, and he recovers well to get the throw there in time. So there's one away on the Sylvan Lake Gulls. That'll bring up John Boy Rittenhouse, who was named this year's Sylvan Lake Gulls Offensive Player of the Year with a hitting .326 coming into today, and he hits this one a long ways as well. Right field, it'll take 2 hops and bounce off the wall, and guess what? John Boy Rittenhouse has himself an RBI triple. That is why he is the Offensive Player of the Year. That took 2 hops off the wall, drove in Jaden Flores easily, and it was a stand-up triple as well. Incredible stuff as John Boy continues to roll on here this season. Make that 53 RBIs and his 3rd triple on the year. Incredible stuff. One away. Bryce Turner now at the plate. And I got a great story talking to Bryce last night about a restaurant south of the border that tunes into every Sylvan Lake Gulls game. So in VV, Indiana, there's a great restaurant called Tequila's. I'm not even kidding you. And Bryce's dad, Mike, is the owner of this restaurant. And every Sylvan Lake Gulls game, he has the game on, all TVs throughout the entire restaurant, and the game playing in the background as well for everybody who is dining in. So shout out to you, Tequila's in VV, Indiana, Mike Turner. Great job with the restaurant. Congratulations with Tequila's, and we wish you all nothing but the best and success down in Indiana. And everybody watching on from the restaurant, make sure you tip your servers. As Turner gets on base here. So really cool story. When he told me that, I was like, there's no way. Are you serious? A restaurant literally broadcasting the entire game throughout the entire restaurant on all the TVs. So much fun. Thanks, guys, for watching in down in VV, Indiana. Your boys on first. So this will bring up Cleary Simpson, who's playing third base tonight yet again. This is a guy that just loves baseball. Enjoyed last night, had fun. And they throw down to first just to keep Bryce Turner in check. 2-0 count. I talked to Simpson about him and Kyle Frelick at the end of the last night's game, getting the fist bump before Frelick starts pitching, and he said, yeah, it was a really special moment. Fun that we could, still be here. And the guys that started this team, the first ever players to play on the Sylvan Lake Gulls in franchise history back in year 1 in 2021. And here they are in the 6th year looking to make a run in the playoffs for the Lake Boys in blue. Runners on the corner, 3-1 count. Great to have you tuning into Gulls baseball on FloCollege, brought to you by Visit Sylvan Lake. Now, this game has really no meaning to it as it just wraps up the regular season, but there are games tonight that have nothing but meaning to them with a lot of weight on their shoulders, and we look out to the east, and we will talk about those games in just a matter of time. But it is incredible to see that the East has come right to the final game to decide who's going to be in the playoffs. And a strikeout there to Cleary Simpson, the first strikeout for Riley Burns on the night. As we take a look at this pitch, as it comes in, and you don't see that very often with Simpson watching it go by. Simpson, a tough guy to get out at the plate. He does not strike out very often. In fact, he was one of the top batting average leaders for this Gulls team last season. And he always has a way to get on base. So this will bring up Dane Liskey, who is still looking for his first ever hit in a WCBL game. And I talked to him last night, and he just said, yeah, I know it's coming. He feels like it's got to happen eventually. And maybe tonight's the night for him. Hunter Durr is on deck should this inning continue with 2 away. Runners on the corner. John Boy Rittenhouse still at third since his RBI triple. And Liskey hits this on the ground deep in the hole. It'll drive in a run, maybe. And he gets on base. His first RBI single in his Western Canadian Baseball League career. Congratulations to Dane Liskey. That is some good stuff. Just hit deep enough in the hole. Braden Dick stops it from going to the outfield, but it's an RBI single. And Turner advances over to second. This is Hunter Durr now, the catcher. From Liberty Lake, Washington. Goes to Missouri Baptist University. There's a lot of pitchers in this game for both the Giants and the Gulls. The Gulls obviously sent about 6 pitchers into the game last night, and the Giants just had pitchers playing everywhere. Nate Mountjoy at center field tonight, Caleb Paquette over at third. And we'll have a pitcher joining us in the second inning as this ball is popped up into the air, right center field, and the Giants are going to let it drop. Nobody could find it. Maybe a little bit of a communication error out in right center field as it dropped kind of in the middle of everybody. And you could just kind of see everybody trying to get a beat on it. And at the end of the day, Braden Dick didn't have a good angle on it. Was hoping Nick Sauvé would, and it ends up falling harmlessly. So another run comes in to score. As Dane Liskey now over at third. And they're going to credit that an RBI single for Hunter Durr. So the youngsters doing some damage here in this ball game. And that's Hunter Durr's first RBI in his 5th hit. So Hunter Durr gets his first RBI in his Western Canadian Baseball League career as well, and now he's going to second. May as well give him another his first stolen base as well. So runners at third and second. Zach McDonald, another youngster here, who's got 2 RBIs in 1 hit and 2 at-bats. So he's hit a game and an RBI a game, on average, that is. And he's got a 1-2 count to him right now with 2 down. Runners in scoring position. Gulls up 3-0, getting a great start here for fan appreciation and giving the fans what they want on this Wednesday night. And he takes a good cut at that one, and he'll go down swinging for a strikeout and the final out of the inning, but not before Sylvan Lake does some damage first. 4 hits in that inning. 3 runs come in to score. They're up by a few going into the second.
For more than 40 years, we've been there, helping Canadians find the extra space they need to grow and to create new memories. Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at sentinelstorage.ca.
For over a century, we've been more than just lawyers. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your strongest advocates. With 15 locations across the prairies, we're everywhere you are. Stringham, your local lawyers.
Have you ever wondered if there's one thing that connects people from across our province? Something that connects the coffee shop to the spray park, or the brewery to the rodeo, the campground to the sports field. It's pretty amazing when you think about how it's all connected, because it truly is, and it's all we think about, so you don't have to.
Top of 2, the Fort McMurray Giants. Down now 3-0. This is Hudson Wilson, who's playing shortstop for the Giants tonight. Take a look at his numbers. 225 is what his average has been all season long. He's got 4 RBIs, no homers, 9 hits, 7 runs he's come to score around, and 40 at-bats in 15 games. Now, I can confirm our guest is on his way up to the booth, so we'll keep our eye out on that. talk about how many pitchers are playing in this game, especially for the Giants. Well, we'll bring a pitcher into the booth from the Sylvan Lake Gulls bullpen and have him join me and see what he makes of this game and what makes of the postseason ahead. As this ball is hit on the ground to Flores, he'll scoop it up, make the long throw, and a good catch there by McDonald for out number 1. Jaden Flores has filled in quite nicely over at shortstop, and I'm thinking it'll be his role to play in the postseason, as I believe, and I don't want to speak too soon, but have not seen Tylen Graves in quite some time, so I feel like he has gone home, or back to his university, I should say. And I did see a post from Tylen Graves on social media kind of pretty much saying that his goodbye and same time, I think his caption was same time next year, so that would be great to have a guy like him back for another season for the Sylvan Lake Gulls. He was just an absolute workhorse, and this ball hit right down the line by Braden Ionetti, the DH, and Michael Quick will quickly get it in, but a good base hit by Brian Ionetti for the first hit of the game for the Giants. So that'll bring up Caleb Paquette, the starting pitcher from last night's game, into the batter's box here. We'll see what he's got in store. You know, it was really fun. I got to chat with the Fort McMurray Giants ahead of tonight's game. I was down in their dugout, and I was talking to guys like Nate Mountjoy, and I got to talk to Sam Pylons, and those guys that are pitchers that came in to hit, and they said they were just having a blast, obviously, trying to hit a ball. And you know, Nate Mountjoy, who's on deck, by the way, was talking about how he said, yeah, I was terrible at the plate. He's like, I tried the bunts, didn't work, swung and struck out. Now a double play chance, but the Gulls just get the leading runner over at second. That's Braden Ionetti for the second out. Good attempt by the youngsters, though, to try to turn the double play on this as Flores makes the flip and then the long throw, but some pretty good speed there by Caleb Paquette getting on base due to a fielder's choice. So this is Nate Mountjoy, as I was just speaking to, as he's hoping for a much better night at the plate than he had last night being a pitcher, and he said, it's the first time I've swung a bat in 9 years. As this ball comes in for a called strike, 1-1 the count. And he even was kind of making a joke about how he lost his position over at third. Now that the guy that's on base right now in first, Caleb Paquette, took third from him, but he made a great catch in foul territory last night as a pitcher. And he said, yeah, I know. I feel like I could play the position. So pretty cool stuff there from Caleb Paquette, the third baseman, and this is Nate Mountjoy, the center fielder for tonight's matchup. 2-1 count. Reese Susselman quickly 2 outs, or sorry, now that's a 3-1 count. Gulls up 3-0 after 1 inning of play. And that one goes way past the catcher for a walk. A little bit of a wild pitch there, but doesn't matter. Just going to be a walk for the Giants. And that'll bring up Aiden Lehaney with 2 down. Well, time to bring you into the broadcast booth, into the Gulls nest. Joining me is one of the pitchers, but this time for the Sylvan Lake Gulls, Matthew McKenzie. Matthew, thanks for coming up here, buddy. Oh, let me turn your mic on. I'm already sewering you. I'm not even giving you a chance.
There we go.
There we go.
Yep, there's working now.
Yeah, what do you think of these pitchers playing as positions in the defensive outfield?
I mean, I think it's pretty cool. You know, not many pitchers get to do the chance to do that. I personally would love to play third base again.
Just gonna say. Yeah. Well, there's a force out over at third. We'll be back with Matthew McKenzie when we come back in the bottom of the second.
The live sports experience is changing. Teams and facilities are under pressure to provide online and in-venue entertainment. IKS Live has the right team to deliver. We provide service across North America and produce the best fan experience, in the seats or streaming to you. ICAST Live continues to bring you the best seat in the house.
Well, it's Fan Appreciation Night here at Gulls Field for the final game of the 2026 WCBL regular season. Matthew McKenzie joining me in the broadcast booth. I'm Cale Clark. Great to have you fans watching in at home, wherever you may be. Of course, could be Tequila's down in Indiana for all I know. Bryce Turner's dad's restaurant, Mike, has, I guess, every single Gulls game broadcasted live throughout the entire restaurant.
That's pretty cool.
Pretty cool. So thanks, Mike. Thanks, everybody at Tequila's down in VV, Indiana. Now, Michael, talk about this fan base. I mean, it's Fan Appreciation Night. I know some of you guys keep saying that this is the best fan base in the league, but I mean, you get another great crowd here tonight.
Yeah, I love it, especially with this nice weather. You know, people just come out, watch a great ball game. It's the last game of the season. If you haven't came out, it'd be a nice night to come out. Fireworks, live auction, the awards. I think this is a great turnout tonight. Like I said, the weather's nice. The berm is full. The seats are packed. I think it's a pretty good night to come out to a ball game.
Absolutely.
So.
And then if you can't make it tonight, well, because it is, I guess, we already got underway, but you still could probably walk up and get a ticket if you're in the area.
Yeah, definitely.
But playoffs going to be a big one. Of course, Lethbridge Bulls, a rematch from what we saw last year, and you're going to probably have a pretty big impact in the postseason yet again.
Yeah, Friday night is going to be, a pretty packed house here tonight against Lethbridge. Like you said, game 1 at 7 o'clock. And then we're on the road Saturday. But no, I'm excited for this weekend, first round again.
Yeah, and just talk about these guys. I mean, you got new guys obviously coming in this year that maybe you're not used to, but you got some obviously returning guys like Michael Quick and Bryce Turner and, of course, the OG and Cleary Simpson. But, you know, what's that dressing room like from your perspective? What's this team like compared to what it was like last year?
I feel like it's a lot of new faces.
Yeah.
Like you said, you know, we have Michael Quickback, we've got Bourgeois, Rempel.
Yeah, Bourgeois. Can't forget about Bob.
Yeah, Turner. There is there's a handful of returners, but a lot of new guys. And just getting to know those new guys, what they do on their free time, how they spend their time, what they like, what they don't like. And then on the field, of course, you know, chemistry. Up the middle, we got Tylen, and we had I guess Joey for a little bit as well, right?
Yeah, we had Joey, we had Tylen. Of course, you got Shaver over at second.
And now you got the
Flores
prep kid Dane as well.
Dane, yeah. I mean, you're kind of starting to see from these, even the young guys in the prep team. I mean, that's also promising to see what these guys bring to the table too, isn't
Exactly, yeah. I think they're still just graduated high school.
Yeah.
I think there's a handful of them as well. Dane, and then first base is Zach as well. But no, they're a pretty good addition. We got a couple pitchers as well as Thomas and Braxton, and then some new catchers as well, as in Hunter Durr just came here as well.
Yeah, absolutely. This ball is sent way high in the air. Pop fly goes straight up in the air, and really didn't have to move much on it. It was Red Hodkins, the catcher for the Giants, as he makes the first catch and out of this inning. Bottom of 2 is where we are at. Gulls up 3-0. Matthew McKenzie in the broadcast booth with me, joining me, keeping me company, keeping you fans at home company, giving a different voice to have to listen to instead of me for a full 9 innings.
For as simple as those pop-up looks, they're pretty hard to catch.
They move, don't they?
Yeah, they move. And as a catcher probably moves around 5 to 10 feet, those balls are dancing in the air.
Yeah, and there's a line drive from Michael Quick into the gap, out to right field for a base hit. And they keep things going.
And as well, you got to do a whole 180, as in you're the crouch position, turn around, face the crowd, and whatever, sun, everything. So it's pretty hard to catch those.
Well, and I already noticed Zach McDonald made a pretty good catch in foul territory. Now that ball was moving. It was coming. Yeah. It was looking like it was going to go out of the park, and then the wind brought it in, and it just kind of kept almost trailing towards the line a little bit more and more.
Yeah, those are pretty difficult.
Yeah, so he made a good catch as a youngster to make sure get that out back in the first inning. This is John Boy Rittenhouse, who was named the offensive powerhouse player of the year. And, he has done a lot. He's already got a RBI triple in this game.
Yep. Another new name we forgot was Kyle Frelick.
Yes.
He's also back with us.
Yeah, he's back.
He was here a few years ago, I think.
Yep. Yeah, he was here a few years ago, and
uh,
he's an OG as well from year one.
Yep.
In,
Him and Cleary.
2021, him and Simpson. Yeah. So I think that's a really cool thing for those guys, especially. I mean, obviously you were here last year. You went through the absolute grind of that postseason, undefeated right until the bitter end. But how cool would it be? I mean, just being a guy to say, you know, we got two of the guys from the original team in year one in 2021. How cool would it be to win one for them?
It'd be pretty cool.
Right.
You know, they haven't had the chance to do this yet. They weren't on the team last year. I think Cleary was for a little bit, but he got hurt, so he couldn't play.
Correct, yeah.
But Kyle being back, taking a year or two off with Sylvan Lake Gulls, for him to win a championship, it'd be pretty cool. So
absolutely, and obviously, I think that's obviously on the front side of your brain and your mind is, you know, finishing the job from last year.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we were pretty close last year. So I mean, it'd be awesome to do the same thing this year, but win it this time. So I'm excited.
Yeah. Well, one game at a time. We still got to get through the regular season here first. It is a 3-0 lead for the Gulls. Bottom half of 2-1 away. 3-1 count now to John Boyer Rittenhouse, who, as we were just mentioning, the offensive player of the year for the Sylvan Lake Gulls. Led this team with RBIs. Now has 53 RBIs on the year.
Great addition to our lineup.
Oh, incredible.
Firehouse.
Absolutely incredible. I mean, there's been quite a few. You know, some great additions, obviously.
Hamill,
of course, you know, he comes in from 2 years ago with this team. And unfortunate losses still, though, even though you have all these powerhouses, to think that it could have even still been stronger with Brock Tiarina if he doesn't get injured down in Lethbridge. And, you know, Cooper Szyzelski, same thing for him. You know, these guys, just unfortunate breaks for them. And you don't like to see it as this is hit on the ground right to Hudson Wilson. He'll scoop it up, make the throw. And in time. Now, I didn't know if Aiden Lahaney had his foot even on the bag when he made that catch.
I was pretty close. I don't know about that one.
I mean, he sold it enough. Let's take a look at it here on the instant replay. And here comes the throw. And, okay, they just show that Dom Giusti comes in to score.
I mean, exchange it for a run. I take that every day.
I mean, yeah, the run still comes in to score. The job is done by John Boy Rittenhouse. So another RBI in his name. That's 2 on the night for him. The sacrifice ground out. And this is hit pretty good into left field, but not having to move much is Caleb Graham as he settles underneath of it for a quick out. So just like that, Gulls add one more in the bottom of the second, going up 4-0. We'll head into the third next.
For more than 40 years, we've been there, helping Canadians find the extra space they need to grow and to create new memories. Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at sentinelstorage.ca.
For over a century, we've been more than just lawyers. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your strongest advocates. With 15 locations across the prairies, we're everywhere you are. Stringham, your local lawyers.
Yo, Dustin, you going?
Yes.
Can I join you guys? All right, let's go.
Whether it's on the ice or on our app, always play for the fun of the game. Gamble responsibly with Play Alberta.
Well, very much like what we saw last night, Sylvan Lake giving a lot of their experienced pitchers a night off. So why not get some of the young guys in, the prep guys, some WCBL action? And this is number 38, Thomas Hill from Calgary, Alberta. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's going to be kind of cool to see him from Calgary getting some action, getting some throws. You know, that probably means a lot for a young guy like him.
It does, especially first time with the Gulls. I mean, just getting some innings, getting some work, and before you head off to college, just get some experience under your belt.
It's definitely one thing that the Gulls have more than the Giants. You take a look at their dugout, and it's a little bit more of like a skeleton compared to what the Gulls got going on in their side. The bullpen's full, the dugout's full. You guys really have stacked up here late in the regular season.
Yeah, it's a little slim down there. I mean, yesterday I think they had a couple pitchers at first and third and in the outfield. So
yeah, I think they kind of they're running out of bodies over there. Of course, that can happen with just guys having to go back down to school already and universities. And I know that Sylvan Lake, the way that they did a lot of their scouting reports is probably they picked kind of strategically in that regard to say, well, hey, we want to pick guys that are not only highly talented ball players, but that can stick around longer into the regular season, that can go into the playoffs and give us a chance to win a championship.
Yeah, especially they'd rather have kids come in a few weeks late than leave a few weeks early. As in, like, there's some guys on our team that arrived middle of June, and they're going to stay right to the end rather than leaving first week of August and missing all playoffs.
Yeah, and I love it. I mean, that makes the most sense. Of course, you take a look at the start of the season, and, you know, maybe it reflected a little bit in the numbers, but it doesn't take very long for the Gulls to kind of get the wheels in motion when all the guys arrive and start putting some wins together. One team that you could tell had no effect on was the Okotoks Dogs, because guess why? Well, a lot of their returning guys that they're not having to worry about going back to school anymore after this year.
Exactly,
so,
yeah.
You know, they got a lot of veteran guys on that roster.
I mean, they did have it last year as well, but I mean,
yeah.
They will this year. I think they got, I want to say 8 to 10 guys that are done baseball this year. So next summer is going to look completely different for them.
Yeah, that could make sense. Yeah. I was going to say at least minimum 5 to 6 that I know of personally. And
it's a close one.
This is a walk to Caleb Graham, first batter that Thomas Hill sees. So we'll go back to the top of the batting order. Rhett Hodkins, who flew out to Michael Quick, his last at-bat. Ball hit on, right to Liskey. He'll scoop it up, make the throw over to second. Flores over to first. Did they get it? They did. The double play.
There it is.
There you go, from the youngsters themselves. Dane Liskey turns it to Flores, and he fires an absolute laser over to Zach McDonald in time for the double play. The 4-6-3 play. That was awesome to see.
Dan as well from the prep team. He can play multiple infield positions, so that's really good for us. We've seen him at third base, second base now, and I mean, where else can he play? I guess, but
well, and I believe we saw him on the mound as well at one point, did we not? Was that not him that was pitching last night as well? Zach McDonald. I'm pretty sure he came in to pitch a little bit last night.
Yeah,
so
he does pitch a little bit as well.
Sorry, yeah, I'm talking about Zach McDonald.
Yeah, Zach McDonald at first base.
Yeah, first base. So that's awesome to see as well. But yeah, Dane Liskey, a guy that can play anywhere. And this ball is popped up to left center field. Dom Juicy says, I got it, John Boy. You've had enough love tonight with the bat. Yeah, this is why I'm the defensive player of the year. And Juicy comes in to make the catch for out number 3. A 3-up, 3-down inning for the Gulls. They'll come to the bats in the bottom of the third. Next, we'll be back with Matthew McKenzie next.
Hey baseball fans, make sure to stay up to date with your favorite teams across the league by subscribing to the WCBL YouTube channel right now. We have tons of free coverage for you over there, including daily highlights, full archived game broadcasts, daily game day previews, plus the WCBL report with myself and Joe McFarland every Wednesday. It's all in one spot, the WCBL YouTube channel. Subscribe today.
Welcome back to Gulls Baseball on FloCollege, brought to you by Visit Sylvan Lake. Cale Clark here with Matthew McKenzie in the broadcast booth with you. as we take you into the final game of the 2026 WCBL regular season. Clary Simpson will lead things off here in the bottom half of the third inning for Fan Appreciation Night, and it is a full crowd in attendance here at Gulls Field. Great to see it.
Like you said, Cleary and Freilich are one of the OGs on this team. And they both went to Colby Community College, which is pretty cool, which is the JUCO I went to.
And this is popped up to shallow left field. Dropped. Hudson Wilson went to make the catch. I don't know if he just kind of took his eye off at the last second. He kind of made a little bit of a jump at the end, and that jump kind of threw everything off as you take a look at it here. And yeah, sometimes when you try to get to the ball before it gets to you, it doesn't work out so well. And Clary Simpson gets away with one there on an error as he reaches base and gets all the way to second on that error as well. That's why you keep running too, as a base runner.
Yeah, you put your head down and run. You never know what can happen. You just jog to first base. You'll be stuck at first base there, but keep on going.
Yeah, and so you talk about Colby Community College. Both Simpson and Freilich got their start there. What can you say about that place?
I mean, it's a great place. I spent 3 years there. It's pretty cool to talk to them about like what happens in the years past, like the people like mutual friends we've had, mutual teammates. What it was like the year before I was there, or 2 years before. The coaching staff there is great. It's just a really, really great place. Braxton Busting is actually going there this coming fall as well.
And that's kind of cool for you guys, too. You can kind of be mentors and be like, have good things to say about it and, kind of encourage those guys to enjoy everything about it. And this ball is hit very hard. Deep center field going all the way back, and it's dropped. Dane Liskey put an absolute charge in the ball, and he's gone all the way around to third and drives in a run.
Pretty good right there from Dane.
So he's already got an RBI base hit in this game, and I don't want to say they're going to give that an error to the center fielder. But that's a hard hit ball by Dane Liskey.
It's pretty tough out there. You're running in the warning track, looking for the fence, trying to find the ball.
Yeah.
It's pretty tough out there.
Yeah, a tough catch to make for sure, but a hard hit ball nonetheless by Dane Liskey. And following up is Hunter Durr, also hitting it quite hard and far into center field. And that one this time is caught, but it will be an RBI sacrifice flyout for Hunter Durr. So he's got a couple RBIs in this game as well.
He's also a great addition for a catcher. Another catcher for the playoffs just to rely on and, have him just in case if someone gets injured or someone goes down or someone just needs a rest day,
Well, and that's the thing is, it's it's such a lot of hard workload on those guys. Reese Sherman and Eli Duncan have been splitting up that catcher position for majority of the season. I mean, maybe they may have had Gavin Galenza come in a game or two to kind of help relieve some of that, that workload. But for the most part, it's just been between those two guys literally every other night. They're swapping places. So, yeah, to have Hunter Durr in that position, to give them a break, definitely, especially late in the regular season when these games are, I'm not saying they don't matter but they don't. I mean, they're still meaningful games. You still want to win them, obviously, but just to give the guys like Eli Duncan and Reese Sherman, who's kind of fighting through some things right now, a little bit of a break before the postseason, that couldn't be at a better time.
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty hard to split 60 games or pretty close to 60 games with only 2 catchers. I mean, I think last year we did 3, kind of sub them in here and there, but it's pretty hard for 2 catchers to catch 60 games combined.
Yeah, exactly. Well, there's a swing and a miss on Zach McDonald for his second strikeout of the night. Gulls now up 6-0 over the Giants, and they're taking on the Giants' top pitcher, and Riley Burns, who's had the most innings of work for the Fort Mac Giants. He's gotten a lot of innings in the course of this 56-game schedule. 42 innings and 2/3 before tonight.
That's quite a bit.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I mean,
that's a heavy load.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw the guy in Moose Jaw, how many innings he has. I think he's got 80 plus.
Yeah, that's wild.
Which is quite a lot for summer ball.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it'd be interesting to see if, would those guys be seniors maybe? Maybe they don't have to worry about going back
maybe
to
not. Maybe it's just their last summer.
Right? So they're just getting as many innings as they can in. I don't know, but Juicy swings around on that one, and then he's going to have to trot down to first, but the throw will be in time, so it will be a drop strikeout. And that'll be out number 3, but the Gulls do add a couple more runs on the board. After 3 complete, it's 6-0. When we come back, you're watching Gulls baseball right here on FloCollege.
I direct your attention now to the concourse in center field for our first fan award. Here's Akil Samuel.
How you doing, everybody? It's Akil here. I'm on top of section LF1. We're going to do our first fan award here for 2026. I am standing beside my friend Stan Rzuski. Stan, if you could stand up for us, please. Stan's going to be the winner of our Optimist Awards for 2026. He's been a season ticket holder since day one. Most positive and upbeat person in the park. Friendly to every fan, and really appreciate the way he's friendly with our staff here. Also, always a pleasure talking to you about baseball and meeting you at these games. So, Stan, let's give it up for Stan, our Optimist Award for 2026. Cheers, man. Appreciate you. So.
Another Gulls prep kid that'll get a little bit of action in the WCBL late season. Braxton Bussing from Coronation, Alberta. That's kind of towards the area of our ownership group of Graham and Jen Schetzel out in that neck of the woods.
Is that out to Saskatchewan? Is that?
Well, Coronation's it's still in Alberta.
Is it?
But it's close to Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
Very close. It's like right by the border. As this ball is popped straight in the air, and Dom Juicy coming in for it will make the catch. And just, you know, ha for Dom Juicy.
Just catching another ball.
Yeah, just another ball. Another pop fly taken care of by the Juice Man. Matthew McKenzie, K.O. Clark here with you on the broadcast. Great to have you watching in, and great to have, of course, McKenzie joining me, because without you, I'd be on my own here tonight. So thanks, buddy.
Another solo run today?
Yeah, it'd be another solo run. I don't know if I want to do that again.
Yeah, it could just get a little lonely up here.
Yeah, a little lonely, yeah. You start to run out of things to talk about. You don't wanna, people at home are probably getting tired of listening. Oh, this guy, can he just be quiet for a second?
Just the ballpark sounds.
Yeah, let's just listen to the ballpark. This ball hit deep in the hole, but a good catch by McDonald. That tall frame gets there quickly,
yeah,
doesn't
pretty
it?
tall.
Man, that guy's got some height on him.
6'5", 6'4", I
cow.
think. Yeah, he's pretty tall.
For a youngster.
He's only 18, 19.
Yeah, fresh out of high school.
Yeah.
Wow.
Only got to grow.
Not a lot of those balls are going to get over his head when they're like that. So good catch there by the first baseman, Zach McDonald. And that'll bring up Braden Ionetti, the DH. So we're rolling along here. Good job by Braxton Bussing as well.
Quick
so far
2
on
outs.
the mound. Yeah. What do you see from these prep kids? I mean, well, you know, obviously, you know, they're not going to be as powerful as maybe some of the WCBLers just yet, but a lot of potential with these guys.
Yeah, a lot of potential. I mean, they're still young. They still got room to grow.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of these hitters they're facing against have a lot of experience. You know, you throw Braxton against, let's say, Okotoks or Lethbridge, there's a lot of D1 guys or a lot of older players in that lineup, and it's just hard to, you know, pitch around or pitch to those guys. But no, there's definitely, like, for these young guys, room to grow. But, I mean, Braxton here, look at that, just
Look
strike
at that.
3.
Strikeout on Ionetti, the DH, for the Fort McMurray Giants, his first strikeout of the night.
Yeah, I mean, him and Thomas Howard did a really good job those past couple innings.
Just like that, another 3 up, 3 down inning. Gulls rolling along. We're going to head to the bottom of the 4th next. we're getting the guest road team in on the hot dog eating contest against the reigning champion, Reese Sherman. That guy can't be denied. Oh, also note that Maddox Shaver's in a hot dog costume, cheering him on. The mascot for the hot dog eating contest in Maddox Shaver. And just like that, Sherman crushes. Ash Amerland is with the Giants. He can't believe it. He literally just took his glasses off. Like, dude, what did I just witness here? Because you're a baseball player, I'm a baseball player, and you just crushed that dog. So I'm guessing he's probably thinking, well, if Sherman doesn't make it far in baseball, he's going to go far into maybe a hot dog eating contest. I don't know. But Riley Burns still on the mound for the Giants.
Yeah, I feel like Sherman might be related to Joey Chestnut. Yes, I'm not too sure.
Yeah, seriously.
But I mean, he could give him a run for his money.
Holy cow, man.
I mean, they always ask me if I want to do the hot dog eating contest, and I think my strategy is to rip it in half, put the half in my back pocket, and then eat the rest.
Well, we tried telling Matty Fung, he was on the broadcast not that long ago, and we tried telling him, throw the bun at him.
Yeah,
do
you gotta
something.
Cheat
Just
something.
Take the
throw him
dog
off
out,
his game.
Take the dog out and throw the bun away. And this ball is hit in the air, fly ball to center field. Nate Mountjoy settling underneath of it, and there's a pitcher in center field making a catch. When you know.
Yeah, I think he was at third base yesterday.
He was, yeah.
And he made some good plays,
He made some good catches in foul territory. I was talking to him about it before the game. He's like, yeah, man, I don't know why I got, scooped from third over to center field now, because he's like, I thought I made a pretty good catch over there. But yeah, pretty cool. It's fun that, Fort McMurray obviously having a little bit of fun getting some pitchers into the field and, giving them some different positions to try that they don't normally get to do. And this ball hit on the ground right to the second baseman, Braden Dick, making a good catch and throw over in time for out number 2.
Yeah, that is pretty cool to see. I mean, I think there's Lethbridge Bulls. One player tonight is doing all 9 position in all 9 innings.
Really?
Yeah.
You found that out that they're doing that tonight?
Yeah,
wow.
So one guy's third, shortstop, center field, pitching, catching, all in the same game.
That's kind of fun.
Which is crazy.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Every inning he's a different position.
Yep.
I mean, I feel bad for the scorekeepers in that game. That's a tough go for them.
A lot of tracking
There's
going
a
on.
lot of tracking going on. Yeah.
But no, that'd be pretty cool to watch.
So you're a pitcher. I want to know what you would love to play
if
you had a chance.
I grew up playing third base and first base.
Okay, yeah.
So I really did like
corner.
those positions. Yeah. I really like third base a lot. That's what I grew up playing. That was probably my favorite position.
Okay. Cool.
But
I mean, you got an arm for it. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I could catch. I just feel like that. Just the flinching. I don't know. I don't think I could.
Oh yeah, you have to have some you have to be brave to be a catcher.
And I think you have to grow up catching, like with the blocking and everything like that. I don't think you can just go right into it.
Yeah. You got to wear a few to really be able to stand it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Know how it feels.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Would you love to bat again if you could?
If I could, yeah. I broke a lot of bats growing up, so it was pretty expensive.
Okay.
Yeah. But no, yeah.
Heavy hitter over here.
Yeah. I don't know if it's heavy hitter. I think it's a lot of inside fastballs.
Take it right off the fence.
Yeah.
Take it a handful of bees, basically.
Exactly.
That can't feel good.
Those thumbs are not going good.
Oh yeah. Full count here to John Boy Rittenhouse, who's got a couple RBIs in this ball game, and he hits this towards right field. Just going to land foul, though. Missing the line.
I mean, during BP, us pitchers do go to shortstop and third base and take some ground balls and, try to fit in a little bit. But
yeah.
Fair
enough. I wish that, I was eligible because, I'd just leave the play-by-play to you. I would go down for a nap back.
Where would you go? What position would you like?
Oh, man, shortstop.
Shortstop?
Yeah. I think. Or center field. I like being in the field. This is hit into the gap, though. John Boy Rittenhouse with a line drive base hit.
Shortstop and center, you need a lot of range. You got that in you?
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know. I don't know if I got the range you definitely not like you guys. Shortstop, that's a long throw. I actually have been down there in between games, and I thought, you know what, that's not bad. Oh, wait, just kidding. I got to give it everything just to get it there without hopping.
On the run, too, sometimes.
Oh, yeah, on the run, there's no way. There's no chance.
In a rush.
That's hopping at least 4 times.
Yeah. Crow hop a couple times.
It's going to crow hop a few times. That's going to be hit, though, in the left center field. Bryce Turner lifts it into the gap, and that goes all the way back to the track. Will this be an RBI? It will be. As John Boy Rittenhouse comes in to score an RBI double for Bryce Turner. How's that, Mike, for what you're probably enjoying down in Indiana right now? That was some good hitting.
I think the con side about hitting is the running.
Yes.
Going from first to home, I don't think
I
got that in me anymore. But Look at that. John Boy just trotting around the bases pretty quick. So
Yeah, having to run the longest, almost basically the longest you can run.
The fastest you can.
Unless you hit a little leaguer homer, and then that's even more tiresome. But still pretty cool to see, to see a guy make it all the way from first home.
Yeah, get the oxygen tank going on.
Yeah. John Boy's going to be huffing and puffing after that one.
Yeah.
2 down, Gulls up 7-0. A run has been scored in every single inning so far in this ball game that we've just been rolling on into. The youngsters have been showing up to play, that's for sure. Swing and a miss there on Clary.
There we go.
Look at this. This is the kid you're talking about playing 9 positions in 9 innings. Caleb Haney, of all guys, doing it. That's pretty cool.
And he ends pitching.
He ends pitching. Well, I mean, I guess would that make the most sense, do you think? Like end as a pitcher?
Maybe.
That way
so you still have your arm, yeah.
That way if you still have your arm, as long as you're not making too many crazy throws from catching, too many from obviously all the other positions.
Hopefully no one steals on you and you should be good to go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No, that's pretty cool to see.
That is really neat. Caleb Haney, just having some fun on a Wednesday night, last game of the regular season. Simpson grounds this to Dick. He'll field it and throw it in time for the 3rd and final out. But like I said, the Gulls do get the bats going yet again. A base hit by John Boy Reynolds gets on, and then Turner drives him home with an RBI double. We'll be back with the 5th next. Well, Zach Foden comes in to play now for the Sylvan Lake Gulls as that revolving door just opens up in the bullpen for the Sylvan Lake Gulls as Zach Foden comes from Edmonton, Alberta. Goes to Howard Community College. Again, here with Matthew McKenzie, Cale Clark with you on Gulls Baseball right here on FloCollege, brought to you by Visit Sylvan Lake. And we, you want to give a shout out to some people watching at home?
Yeah, I'll give a shout out to my mom's definitely watching. I think
that's awesome.
Probably my family, Brandon and my dad Rob.
Nice.
Yeah, they're back in Vaughan, Nova Scotia.
Love it. Love it.
3-hour time change, so it's probably around 11:15, almost bedtime for them.
That is commitment. Mom and dad and brother, and Diane is your mom.
Yep.
And so thanks for watching every game too, Diane, by the way, and the McKenzie family watching in from Nova Scotia, the East Coast, a place that I really, really want to go to.
It is really nice.
It's on my bucket list to have fresh lobster on the coast. I'm such a seafood guy, like crab and lobster. Oh, chef's kiss every time. As that ball's lifted into
some nice seafood.
I would go crazy for some fresh seafood right now.
Yeah.
1 and 2.
They watch every game. My dad watches. I think he watches the whole game or tries to if he doesn't fall asleep.
There you go. Doesn't get too comfortable on the lazy boy.
On the couch, yeah.
Oh, there's a catch there by Jaden Flores, as I believe he just scooped that before it hit the ground.
But yeah.
take a look at it here as he just gets this off the tip of the glove and just snags it in time.
Shoelace catch right there.
There you go.
Those.
Yeah. I love it.
I think this is the pitcher. This is the center
yeah,
fielder.
this is Mountjoy, and it was Caleb Paquette, who's the starter yesterday, that just hit that that kind of little looper, but that flew right into the glove of Flores.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of pitchers, I think, from us today. This is the 4th one already.
Yeah.
Just getting some guys in, getting some innings before playoffs so they're not on a cold streak.
Yeah, why not, right?
Yep.
Give these guys some action. So Nate Mountjoy walked back in the 2nd inning. He's quickly up in the count 2-0. Gulls up 7-0. It is fan appreciation night here at Gulls Field. Great crowd, and we had billet appreciation just a couple games ago as well. That was on Monday night, and it was great to see. And obviously you have some pretty good billets yourself.
Yeah, they're amazing. I'm with the Hansen family.
Yeah, Hansens. Yeah.
Yeah, my 2nd summer with them. No, they're amazing.
Love
with
it.
2 little boys, so.
so they keep you busy.
Yeah, they keep us busy. It's pretty early morning alarm clock sometimes too.
Oh,
I mean, 6 a.m. Yeah, some of them singing, playing with their monster trucks upstairs.
Oh,
but I mean, no, it's great. I love it.
That's good.
Yeah, we have some water balloon fights in the backyard, and it's pretty fun.
Oh yeah. Great days for that ahead, especially with the weather. We've been getting some pretty good weather lately. A little cooler now, but it's.
At least the sun's out.
At least the sun's out. At least it's not wet, right?
No wind either.
No wind.
I mean,
it's not raining.
Not up here at least.
Yeah. So Mountjoy gets his 2nd walk of the game, and that'll bring up Aiden Lahaney.
I've noticed it hasn't rained much since June.
No.
June was all rain or all bad weather, windy, cold, and ever since July and August, I mean, it's pretty warm.
And I mean, that just seems to be kind of typical here in Alberta as this ball is hit on the ground right to Lisk, and he makes the throw. Flores, and they turn the double play, making it look like nothing. Gulls get out of the inning up 7-0, and we continue on with fan appreciation night as we'll hand things over with Joe Whitbread and Akil Samuel.
Here's Akil Samuel with a special guest.
How you doing, everybody? I'm in center section. You're up, Ken. I'd like to introduce everybody to Ken and Holly French. They're going to be our second fan award for 2026. Ken and Holly are going to get our dedication award. Loyal supporters since the inaugural season. Had their retirement party with us this year in 7-degree weather in June. For this reason, they're going to get the dedication award from the Gulls for 2026. Even though Ken's a Flame fan. That's the best part. And an honorable mention to Deb and Dave here. I know you guys are part of the package, so we appreciate you guys. We really do. Thank you.
Well, there is Riley Burns still on the mound for the Fort McMurray Giants for his 5th inning of work. Gulls still up 7-0. Ball hit on the ground deep in the hole. Good stop there by Lahaney. Makes the throw to Burns in time for out number 1 on the youngster by Liskey.
It's a hard play for a pitcher to get over.
Absolutely.
Tracking the bag, trying to beat the runner, trying to catch the ball. Just a whole lot of things going on.
Oh yeah, and you gotta keep your ground of where your footing is and make sure you're coming down on the bag. Now, for you as a pitcher, what's the hardest play for you to make, especially on the mound? Is it when it's a bunt back to the mound, or what do you find hard?
I think those ones are pretty tough.
Yeah.
Just because your first reaction is you just stand there and watch the play.
Right.
And then you realize, oh, I got to get over.
Yeah.
And then if it's a fast runner, you got to run faster than him.
It's a foot race.
You got to find the bag. You got to catch the ball.
This ball is hit hard, just left of the foul line.
I think that might have hit a car.
That definitely hit a car.
Yeah.
And that was close because Hunter Durr, the youngster, would have loved to have his first ever WCBL home run.
Yeah, so exactly. Back to my point, just trying to locate the bag, beat the runner, trying to catch the ball, trying to time the ball with the bag and make sure you touch it with your foot.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
There's a whole lot of things going on.
That's why I sit here in the broadcast booth. I can't even think of coming close to trying to make a play like that. Like, that would be a play and a highlight of my life if I could do something like that. You guys make it look so much easier than it actually is. It is not easy by any means, as this ball gets away from the catcher and Rhett Hodgins.
Or the double plays are pretty hard to back to second. Those are
especially if it comes back to you first and then you turn around and have to
turn around
180 to the second.
You're throwing uphill the mound or you're throwing downhill off the mound, and you got to wait for the middle infielder to get to the bag before you throw it.
Yeah.
And it's just a whole.
What about a pop fly right above the mound?
I run away.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I get out of there. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
because you don't see it, and that's the thing. There are the odd pitcher that will try to, and they will.
They want to.
They want to make the catch, but probably smarter just to run away. Let the infielders
I probably run to first base, and I just get out of there.
Yeah, get out of there as fast as possible.
Oh, that's ours.
Yeah, I know, right? If that screen was in there, I had it. Yeah. Right-hander. Boom.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some pitchers where they just stand there and look up, try to catch it, and some other guys book it off the mound.
And then when you're looking at the whole time, you're going up and down that big mound right in the middle, and it's so hard not to probably toe pick on that thing, like especially when you're not even looking where you're going. How about this? This ball is well hit to deep right field. Hunter Durr lands it in, and he's going.
Going for three.
He's going to go for three. Durr has himself a triple. There you go, Hunter Durr.
That.
The youngsters have shown up to play here tonight.
They have.
Wow. That was a well hit ball. I mean, got to give credit to the right fielder, Nick Sove. He came over, he tried, but just missing. Hunter Durr's like, I'm on my wheels. Yeah. Going into.
I think you got a big candy bag in the.
I saw that candy bag.
Yeah, there's a big candy bag.
That candy bag's waiting for him. Is what you're saying. Gotcha.
Or anybody. I mean,
I guess.
I was dipping into it yesterday.
Were you dipping into it? I saw that. There's some bubble gum in there.
There's some bubble gum, some sour keys, some everything.
And I found out that's from a fan that gave you that
I think
bag?
it's from a fan.
Like fans that sit right beside the dugout
Yeah,
there?
I'm not too sure if they're a built family or not, but it is from fans.
Wow.
Yeah. Very much appreciative.
Oh, yeah, giving the boys some sugar.
Yeah.
Well, and I remember from years. I mean, I think he doesn't do it this year because he's over at third base, the third base coach Wyatt McKnight. But when he was the first base coach, he would have Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah, he would have a little bag of candy given out if you got the first. If not, too bad, no candy for you.
And you know what I love about Andrew Parks? He just gives you a good old-fashioned handshake.
Yeah, just a classic
Congratulations.
handshake. Yeah,
you made it to first.
Yeah. Now get the second.
Yeah, now keep going.
Yeah.
Zach McDonald
struck out. He's a great guy. He's a new coach. I mean, a lot of guys love him. So
3 straight strikeouts for Zach McDonald. It has not been his night at the plate as he chases that one down and away. And here's Andrew Parks now over at first base, and there he is. No candy on him, just a good old handshake.
Yeah.
Love it.
Old-fashioned.
Good to see him coming in as a new coach this year. What have you made out from him for being a new coach coming in this year?
I think he's doing a great job, you know, taking over first base coach, hitting coach as well. He's got a lot of knowledge in his background and where he's came from.
Yeah.
I forget what school he coaches at. Forget the school, but
your guess is good as mine.
I'm not too sure.
I just know that he had some major league experience.
Yeah. I think he was with the Twins for a little bit as well.
Twins,
yeah. No, but he's a great guy. I really do like him. He in the dugout, like I said, old-fashioned high fives, fist bumps, just keeping it plain Jane.
Yeah, that's good. And he's always one that will chat with you if you're in his sights. He'll make sure he put some time away for you. So good stuff there. Dom Juicy lifts this into deep left center field, and the left fielder Caleb Graham comes in to catch it for the third out. But one hit did have a loud impact, and that was Hunter Durr with the triple. However, no runs come in to score for the first time of the night for the Sylvan Lake Gulls. We'll head into the 6th inning with a 7-0 Gulls lead. Ramses Guerrera will get a nod to come into this ball game as the 5th pitcher that we've seen Sylvan Lake send to the mound in just now 6 innings of work. So, yeah, about a pitcher an inning. And Ramses Guerrera fresh off the IL, and good to see him back into this game.
He's from Panama City, I believe.
He is.
It's far away from home.
That is a long ways, yeah. And the weather probably not nearly as hot as what he's used to.
Yeah. He's got sleeves on, it looks like. So.
Yeah, he's probably chilly.
He is.
Yeah.
There was one day it was around 25, 26, and he was wearing a sweater.
Of course he was. Yeah, this is not him.
No.
Yeah, he likes a lot hotter climates for sure.
I got a question for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you think you could beat Snapman in a race?
So I did.
You did?
I did beat Snapman in a race.
You did beat Snapman.
Actually, it was was it last year?
Last year?
I think it was last year.
Really?
Might have been 2 years ago.
I must have missed that one then.
Yeah, and this ball popped up to shallow center field, and Flores makes the catch just behind second base. Yeah, fun fact, yeah, I did end up racing Snapman, and fun fact, I had mono during it. So I was in the, because with mono, you kind of have strep throat, or at least it is strep throat in a sense. And so I got over that. I got back from holidays. It still wasn't feeling quite right. Kind of felt weak still. You know, my body was kind of in shutdown mode, but they needed somebody to run Snapman.
Yeah.
So I just decided, why not? I'm going to do it. And sure enough, we started probably by that GTI petroleum sign right literally under the scoreboard. But what happened was I got a really good head start.
Did you?
I did. So they said go for me, and then Jared Waldo, the in-game host, forgot to say go for Snapman. And by the time I think he said go, as this is grounded right to McDonald, he'll just go tag his base for the second out. Quick inning of work for the Gulls. By the time he said go, I'm pretty sure I was already almost at the corner. And then he said go, and then Snapman came after me, but I ended up, it wasn't even close. So there's an asterisk, as Calvin says in our ear. There's an asterisk.
I think we might have to rerun that one.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm probably going to hurt myself if I try it now.
Friday.
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody's got to take over the broadcast if that's going to happen.
I'm here, man.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. But, it was pretty funny. I don't think I could actually beat him, though, if it's a little bit more of a fair race.
He's pretty quick.
He is very quick.
I think
what about you? Do you think you could run? You think you could beat him?
I think there's a strategy to it. I think you got to
start light.
You got to jog, start light,
and then you
hit
go hard.
the corner.
But you got to jog fast enough.
You
still got to jog fast enough that
you
gain ground, or you still keep that decent distance.
And
right?
he thinks you're just you're running. You're
he
sprinting.
thinks you're dogging it.
Yeah.
Or he thinks he thinks you're dogging it, but he thinks you're giving it all you can.
Yeah, and then right when that corner hits, you full on sprint.
Well, and there was that one lady not that long ago that raced Snapman, and she wasn't the quickest, and I thought she was kind of doing that where she was just toying with him, but no, she just ended up jogging it the whole way. Same pace all the way.
I mean, I think
but
he
that's
lost.
a long run.
Yeah, it is
that's
a long run. Didn't he lose the other day? I think to somebody.
He did.
To a prep kid.
Yeah. Well, no, I think the prep kid lost.
Was it? I'm not too sure.
But there was somebody that did beat him. Anyway.
It's hard to see from the bullpen.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. Yeah, that's fair. Well, 1-2 count, 2 down already. This is Nick Sove. And Ramses Guerrera from Panama City is up in the count, 1-2.
I want to run as Snapman.
Oh, that would be fun. Well, we did see Nick Veselinovic do that.
Nick did do that last year.
Yeah, big Vest.
That was pretty.
He wore the tights and everything.
Yeah,
I didn't know they could find. I did not know they could find tights that could fit a guy like that.
It was the same suit.
I know. I'm sure it was stretched out a little bit too.
6'6" guy is pretty big.
Oh my goodness.
Big boy.
That was so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun over the past several years here at Gulls Field. What we get to witness on a nightly basis. You come to the ballpark, you just don't know where you're going to get.
You don't know. No, it's a
whether
flip of a coin.
you're going to get a walk off. You're going to get an incredible throw from deep right field. You're going to get some Snapman stuff. It's all good. This is hit deep in the hole. Clary Simpson tries to turn, but that is such a long and hard throw to make. So Nick Sove gets over in time and on base for a base hit to keep this inning alive.
Yeah.
And that'll bring up Braden Dick as we take a look at it. It was a 2-hopper deep right down the line. Good grab there by Simpson, but he's kind of
those are tough
having
plays.
a pivot back, and that's a hard throw to make.
The hole on your back foot. Just got to have a lot of arm strength there, but those are pretty tough.
Yeah. So Braden Dick comes in, 2 outs. Fort Mac looking to put a 2-out rally together here. And Ramses Guerrero says, how about I just start you off with a 90-mile-per-hour fastball in for a called strike.
Another one.
Yeah, he's finding the zone.
There it is.
He's got it. Don Buskus behind home plate here tonight. Might have shattered a little bit of that bat as Flores makes the long throw across his body, and he makes it look easy for out number 3. So only 4 batters come to the plate yet again for the Fort McMurray Giants. Another goose egg on the board for them. It's 7-0. Gulls lead it. Welcome back to Gulls Baseball on FloCollege. Well, this game may not have a lot of importance or meaning to it, but there are still games over in the East that do. And Medicine Hat is looking to hold on to that final 4th playoff spot in the East Division. Now, there is a few situations and scenarios that we can run through. Medicine Hat, if they win, then Weyburn loses both games and Medicine Hat's in. Now, Medicine Hat is currently down 7-6 in the top of 6 to the Swift Current 57s. And Weyburn plays a doubleheader to the Regina Red Sox. And Weyburn lost game 1 tonight, 6-5 to the Red Sox. So Weyburn still has a chance. Now, if Medicine Hat loses and Weyburn wins against Regina, Weyburn's in because they got the tiebreaker to Medicine Hat. But, yeah, Medicine Hat obviously doesn't want to leave it in the hands of Regina. They want to take care of business themselves and get a win. So because Weyburn already lost 1 game, now if they win a game and Swift Current wins their game over Mad Hat, I believe Mad Hat is still in. They're a game back, so maybe or a game and a half back. They were a game and a half back. So there's
those are always the worst.
A lot of scenarios, and this is hit deep in the hole on the ground. Flores lands in for a base hit. Yeah, right. And so lots going on.
I know, in this like this side of the division, it's pretty spread out.
It is,
I think. And then that side, that's the only close 2 teams, right?
I mean, it was there was 4 teams for the pretty much majority of the whole season in the East that were battling out. You had Medicine Hat, you had Regina, you had Swift Current, and then you had Weyburn. So, yeah, crazy to think. But yeah, Medicine Hat down 7-6, up in the standings as we saw it earlier. I think it was a game and a half. So yeah, like the Weyburn Beavers still have a chance to make the playoffs.
I mean, who knew it'd come down to the very, very last game? So,
right?
I mean, that's tough.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
0-1 to Michael Quick. Flores over at first, and Flores is on the run, and he's going to get there uncontested. Another stolen base, second one of the night for Flores. He's gone 2 for 4 at the plate tonight.
Speedy
Flores Now, do you remember his shoes when he had the glittery shoes that I think his sister made for him last year?
He wore them at the All-Star game last year.
Yeah, he wore them at the All-Star. I think that's what they were made for, was for the All-Star.
Yep.
And then he kind of wore them into the postseason a little bit,
Yeah,
too.
I mean, they were working for him. It was doing pretty well at the plate, so he just kept them on. Little bedazzle.
I love the dazzle. That's great.
Yeah.
And now you got John Juicy. He's kind of probably the only guy that's got the dazzle.
Juicy.
John Boy Rittenhouse has got some pretty good dazzle, razzle
He's got some colors, some elbow guard, and
this one hit just over the head of Braden Dick. A line drive that will drive in a run as Flores comes in to score the 8th run of the game. A hard hit ball by Michael Quick sails over the head of Braden Dick, and it is a 8-0 Gulls lead. Wow, that was close.
Pretty close.
Good stab by Dick.
Yeah.
Try to go up for it. So that'll bring up John Boy, speaking of the guy that we're talking about. Yeah, look at that. Hot pink, baby.
The elbow guard as well.
Yeah.
That baby blue wristband. No, he definitely likes to stand out a little bit with his colors.
And then he's got the shades, too.
Yeah,
hey, I love the shades. Are those PIF visors? What are those?
I think.
Not quite,
I'm
maybe?
not too sure.
Yeah. Do we have him wearing the shades? He's
no shades.
No shades at bat here. Okay. Sometimes he'll wear the shades when he's batting.
Yep.
And this is hit high and in the air for Nick Sauvé to settle underneath of it. He'll make the catch. And that'll be the first out recorded in this 7th inning. Those are some PIF visors right there on Sauvé. I'm pretty sure those are pretty close.
Yeah, they might be.
Is that the style nowadays that everybody likes?
Yeah, I mean, that's been the style for a couple of years now, but...
I like yours. You're a natural Oakley guy.
Yeah, I'm a natural Oakley guy.
Love
I'm not
it.
too flashy when it comes to sunglasses.
Yeah, love it. So Bryce Turner had a RBI double his last at bat.
He's got the hot pink arm sleeve on, too.
some pink stuff going on here tonight. Why not?
98 pitches.
There he is there, Bryce Turner. From Patriot, Indiana. Shout out Tequilas. That sounds like a fun restaurant.
Is that the restaurant name?
That's the restaurant, Tequilas.
Tequilas.
He told me last night
that.
his dad runs a restaurant called Tequilas.
I wonder what's served there.
probably some good stuff.
We have
some
to make
stuff
a pit
that
stop
tastes
driving
good when
through
you
Indiana.
yeah, exactly. Some stuff that tastes good when it hits your lips.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2-1 the count to Bryce Turner. 10 hits for the Sylvan Lake Gulls to the Giants 2. And Riley Burns has officially hit 100 pitches on the night.
I mean, I guess their bullpen looks a little slim as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
they do have a guy warming up down there.
Well, and what they did last night, they just brought a guy from the field onto the mound.
Was a pitcher too,
Yeah,
so
he was
they
a
might do
pitcher.
that again tonight.
That was Mountjoy that came in for relief last night for the guy that's over at third right now. And this ball hit high in the air, a pop fly ball, shallow right center field. Second baseman settling underneath it, and that's Braden Dick making the catch. It's for out number 2. So Cleary Simpson, who is 0 for 2 on the night, got on base due to an error back in the 3rd. And I love it too. So fan appreciation night. Joe Whitbread also allows the fans to, if they want to, name the next batters up to the plate as well. So it's kind of a fun night for everybody in attendance. The fans get to, weigh in on a little bit of the game itself and be part of the action. So I love that they allow the fans to kind of have a say and, get involved.
That's pretty cool to see them interact with kind of the game and the players and, just, like you said, announcing the names and stuff like that.
Yeah, pretty neat. Now, if you could have a walk-up song, what's your walk-up song?
Have a walk-up song.
Yeah. If you could have a walk-up song or a walk-out song when you come to the mound for a start or something like that.
The one I have at school is Homecoming by Kanye West.
Homecoming by Kanye West,
yeah,
okay.
I've had that one for a few years now. I had it at junior college as well.
Gotcha.
It's just kind of like a rhythm rap song. Not really rap, just kind of like...
has a good beat to it?
Yeah, it has a good beat to it,
Yeah.
It's not rap, but it's not like slow. It's kind of in the middle. But no, I really like the song.
Yeah, fair enough.
I've stuck with it too since I want to say freshman year, so 4 years now. So
Not bad.
I also do like some Nickelback as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's classic.
Yeah, Nickelback gets
Classic
me going.
Nickelback, yeah.
Burn It to the Ground or something like that.
Yeah. Animals, Rockstar.
Animals, yeah, there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Well, Cleary Sips to take it all the way on the 3-0 count, now 3-1. Here we are, top of 7.
No, I mean, I remember being down in Texas this past year, and some walkout songs or pitching songs were just like slow country.
Oh, really?
I
course.
can't stand
in Texas,
it. Yeah,
of
I was
course.
like, yeah. Some of them were really good. Some of them were just,
That's fair.
Yeah.
Braden Deck has been busy in this inning, and he puts out Cleary Simpson over at first for out number 3 after 6 complete innings. And we'll head into the top of the 7th. We'll hand things down to Joe Whitbread and Akil Samuel. And Giants having some fun on a night like tonight.
It's time for another Van Award. Look for Sully the Gully and Akil Samuel with our MVP. Akil, over to you.
I'm not the MVP, Elijah's the MVP. But our third award is our Neighborly Award. Dave and Wendy, if you could stand up, please. I'd like to introduce you guys to Dave and Wendy Molnar. Season tickets from day one. Always a friendly face, great conversation before every game. Really appreciate everything you guys do. They plan their whole summers around us. Drive up from Calgary for games, drive back to Calgary. It's been great. Our Neighborly Award for 2026, Dave and Wendy Molnar.
Well, there's the Whitby, Ontario native Griffin Cato coming into the mound. The 6th pitcher we have seen in this ball game. And we're in the top of 7 between the Giants and the Sylvan Lake Gulls. Gulls lead at 8-0. And this will be Hudson Wilson, the shortstop, leading things off.
Just keeping you busy with all the new pitchers.
Yeah, fun, good times.
Yeah.
Like I said, I love seeing these guys come in. It's good to give these guys some practice, some work, some innings. You know, I mean, it's been, this year especially, we've seen, Sylvan Lake has kind of fallen back to the same pitching staff on any given night. So to kind of change it up, to kind of go deep in the bullpen, I think it's great to see these guys get some action.
Yeah, it's really nice to see that. Just switch it up a little bit and, show some new faces, some new guys, some new arms, and get them into the action if they haven't pitched in a few weeks. Like you said, it's an 8-0 game, so, I mean, they got plenty of room to, there's no nerves, nothing. Just go out there and throw.
Just go out there and do your job. Absolutely. It's and you got the infield like Flores and Liskey and McDonald, those guys turning double plays, and Cleary Simpson over at third. So, yeah, you got a great infield behind you as well.
A lot of trust in those infielders and the outfielders, too.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, defense is there.
The defense, has definitely been there for Sylvan Lake all season long. We've noticed that. And it's really shown, obviously, on paper. And something about being at this field, I don't know. You guys have just been playing so good here at home this year. I think I mentioned it in the pregame show. I mentioned it in the pregame hit. You guys went... let's take a look at it here. You guys ended up obviously 37-18, 8-2 in the last 10, but here at home, you guys are 22-5.
Yeah, I think we play really well at home. I don't know if that's just because the turf. I mean, no bad hops, but
that helps.
The crowd helps. Just everything helps. Just playing the home field advantage. I think everyone just comes out to the game and be like, "We're at home. We want to win." Like, there's nothing better than seeing those flashing lights at the end of the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Those high fives, running the bases. I mean, it's not that fun when you lose and the kids are wanting signatures, right? So
exactly.
I mean, just coming out here, winning a game, just getting a chance closer to first place is just the best feeling. So,
well, there's the first strikeout for your pitcher, your teammate. Griffin Cato?
Griffin Cato. I remember him from Ontario.
Yeah, and that was cool. You were telling us a little bit off air, or me anyway, off air, about that you played against a lot of these guys that now you play with on the Gulls.
That's pretty cool to see. Yeah, I grew up in Ontario. I remember playing against the pitcher here, Griffin Cato, 44, Michael Quick. But no, it's just pretty cool to see, you know, play against someone you're 10, 12 years old and you're coming out and you're playing summer ball with them.
That's cool.
So
same with Elijah Hamill, you said too.
Yeah, Elijah Hamill as well.
Another guy that you played against.
Yeah.
What was he like as a kid hitting? Is he just as dangerous?
Pretty good, yeah. If not, better. But yeah, he was. It was pretty good.
Well, Griffin Cato up the count here with 2 down, and that's the thing that Sylvan Lake has been doing all night long tonight. Wasting no time defensively. They've been putting some really good defensive innings together, and another great strikeout for Griffin Cato. Back-to-back strikeouts, only 3 batters faced. Great night of work for him, only 11 pitches in this inning as he strikes out Caleb Paquette. And the Gulls coming to bat. It's the 7th inning stretch when we come back. It's the 7th inning stretch, and everybody kind of taking a seat after that 7th inning stretch. Everybody doing the pump it up.
Pump it up.
Oh, you got to love the pump it up.
The classic one.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember I first got here last summer, and everyone was like sitting and pumping it up, and I was like,
you guys were
looking around. I was like, what's going on here?
What is this?
Yeah, things are flying around, and I was like, I guess I just joined what everyone else is doing.
Yeah, and I love when you guys get up on in the dugout and you sit on the old railing and you all just kind of get into a line and get into a rhythm and just do it together.
Yeah, you need a leader with that, because if you're out of sync, it looks terrible. It looks terrible. Sorry to say this, but I'm normally a leader, so it must have looked pretty bad down there.
Good for you to admit it. That's impressive. That's pretty funny.
Well, always like, Matthew, get up there, get first. I was like, okay.
You're the basically the pigeon that has to go up there and start things off.
I guess I have to. 3, 2, 1, and start it. But yeah.
Nice. I love it. Well, Dane Liskey is facing a new pitcher on the mound. This is the first pitch change that the Giants have had all night. This is Gabe Smitherman, who is on the mound now for the Giants, and we take a look at Smitherman's numbers. He's got 29 innings and a third pitched, 5.83 ERA, 20 strikeouts on the season, 33 hits, 21 ones, 19 of which were earned, and a 2-1 win-loss record with 1 save. An even count now to Dane Liskey, who has a couple RBIs in this game. And we do have to pick our player of the game, brought to you by AG Auctions. And I might just get my friend here next to me, and Matthew McKenzie, who has made it very clear as this ball's hit right to the first baseman, Aiden Lahaney, for out number 1. Now, let's just say Matthew McKenzie and I had a chat the other night. And
last week, I think it was.
It was not that long ago.
Yeah.
And Matthew, I do apologize. You are going to get a player of the game. I feel it in my bones. There might be a big playoff start from you that you might just get something. But, yeah, we had a good chat about the player of the game. You're like, oh, come on, man. Why don't you got the player of the game?
It's hard to get one. I mean, Charlie Collins is on a roll,
it's
right?
It's tough when Charlie Collins is at his best.
When he's hitting for the cycle and going 4 for 4.
And, Calvin Bell's just backed me up on that in the truck. He said, your name has come up a lot this season.
Yeah.
So it has been talked about more than once. And so it's just a matter of time, I'm thinking. But, yes, we do have to look at our player of the game, and I'll show you my stat sheet here in the break when we get some time to kind of review it. But I'm really liking the play of some of these rookies, especially Hunter Durr. He's got 2 RBIs. He's got a triple. He's gone 2 for 3 at the plate.
Yeah.
There's guys like that look good right now. Dane Liskey's been looking good, turning some double plays.
Well, Durr's up the bat here. Let's see what he can do.
So we'll see. We got some options to work with here. I mean, of course, the pitching staff tonight has been phenomenal too.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, the bullpen hasn't really shown any signs of weakness, especially when you take a look at how many pitchers are coming into
Look at that.
And look at this.
I think he might.
Hunter Durr.
Yeah.
He just him-haw tonight. Drives in one to deep left center for a base hit. Almost could have been a double, but good stoppage by Nate Mountjoy. He got for a pitcher. He's got some wheels on him, and he got there in a lot of time.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting that there's pitchers in the outfield right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of them out there.
They've been feeling it so well, looking pretty casual out there. So that'll bring up Zach McDonald, 0 for 3 on the night, struck out all 3 times. But it's been a night for the rookies, that's for sure.
It has. It's been really well. It's really nice to see them, come out here and show out and show us what they can do. Like you said, Hunter, this might be his 3rd or 4th game catching and just, going 3 for 4. Something like that tonight.
3 for 4.
With a triple, especially, triple's not that easy to do
no,
here.
So. Sure isn't, no.
And then,
and he's got a stolen base, too.
Stolen base as well. And Dane Lisk, he's playing at second base. He's also a young fella. He's doing really well tonight as well. So, I mean, those are a few guys that are going to be great additions. Look at that.
There you go. Zach McDonald says, I want to join the hitting parade. And he gets off the schneid of the strikeouts and gets a base hit.
Another young fella right there just getting into some action.
Good local kid from Lacombe, Alberta as well. Just literally just down the road of the QE2.
Down the street.
Down the street, basically, yeah, as they say. Not far from where I live.
Yeah.
Just 10 minutes north of me. And this is Dom Giusti, who's 0 for 2.
No, it's great to see these guys, hit the ball because you never know you're going to need them in the playoffs, and you can trust them and rely on them to, swing and get a hit and get on base and show us what they can do. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
And even the fellows on the mound.
Yeah, I mean, they've been doing great. And here's a hit ball to right field. Nick Sauvé has made the catch, and he'll throw it in quickly. And you know what? I also want to give credit to the Fort McMurray side as far as the pitchers that are playing positions.
Yeah,
I
they're
mean,
doing a good job.
Those guys have been doing a good job as well. Nate Mountjoy out in center. Caleb Paquette playing third tonight.
Had a lefty at first base yesterday, I think.
Lefty at first base, Aiden Lahaney. And then, of course, Nick Sauvé. He's a catcher, but he's playing out in right field.
Yeah.
So he's made some good catches tonight.
Have some fun, I guess, while you're at it.
May as well.
Yeah.
So 2 down here in the bottom half of the 7th inning.
I think we just need a position player on the mound pretty soon.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
Jaden Flores.
We've always joked around putting like Charlie Collins on the mound or Hamill or something.
Oh, that would make everybody go nuts.
Somebody with a good arm.
Everybody would go nuts if that happened. And it would be fun. I'm sure you guys would have a good laugh over
I think a couple of weeks ago, Griffin Cato did a pinch run at second base.
Did he? Oh, yeah. You know what? That does sound familiar,
I think
actually.
he did that once.
Yeah, that does sound familiar.
Coach was like, who's the fastest pitcher here? He's like, I'm the only one with the cleats on. So I was like, yeah.
Oh, you're in. And here's a little looper, and trying to make a good stab. It was Hudson Wilson, but that's a tough catch to make. And a RBI single for Jaden Flores. As he sends a little looper to shallow left. Lands in there. And going all the way around with a 2-out count. Why not just get on your horse? Hunter Durr comes around to score.
The Jets on Hunter.
Yeah, good Jets.
Zach got the third on that play as well.
So now it's a 9-0 game. Gulls could potentially, I don't know if that might ruin the way they're, that might ruin the plans for the in-game activations, because they have some plans for the bottom of the 8th as the Gulls bats just continue to come alive, but This ball is going to be caught in right field with it just being a 9-0 lead. So the Gulls won't mercy the Giants here tonight. That will be the final out, and we'll go to the top of the 8th when we come back. You're watching Gulls baseball. Well, I can't believe my eyes. Matthew McKenzie, you are something about reading minds, because you literally were just talking about how funny would it be if Charlie Collins comes into this game being a pitcher. He's warming up in the bullpen right now.
It looks like he's going in. So
You got to be kidding me. This is hilarious.
Yeah.
All right, well, what can't the Aussie do? Well, Luke Stutzman will come into this game in relief of Griffin Cato. How many pitchers have we seen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the seventh pitcher.
Seventh?
So almost a pitcher an inning we have seen.
That is funny that Charlie's warming up.
And Charlie Collins, we literally were just talking about it on the
prediction
broadcast.
now, yeah.
And you somehow,
Live stream.
maybe they heard you. I don't know.
Maybe,
But
I don't know.
you're a guy that can call things. That's for sure. Wow, that would be fun.
So Matthew McKenzie gets an at-bat in the ninth.
What's that, sorry?
Said I get an at-bat in the ninth inning. See if that works out too.
You better start, you better go down there here soon and see if you can get into this game. That would drive me nuts. That'd be crazy. That'd be wild. But no, pretty cool. It's been a fun night here. Last game of the 2026 regular season. Gulls up 9-0 over the Giants, and everybody just kind of getting a taste of the mound and tasting this game. And this is number 9, Nate Mountjoy, the pitcher, who has been playing center field and has been playing pretty good in center field tonight.
Pretty good, yeah. Pretty good at third base last night as well.
Yeah, so he's doing some good things.
I faced him at JUCO. He went to Garden City, so we know each other a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he's gone on base every single time today.
I mean, he's
at bat. He's walked 3 times in a row now.
I mean, if I was a pitcher, I wouldn't swing the bat either. So
you make the other pitcher hit that zone. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that's kind of tough when you're pitching and there's a pitcher in the box. You're like, I can't walk him. Like, I gotta make him swing.
You gotta make him swing. Yeah, absolutely. A little bit of, I guess, some pressure on you.
Yeah.
A little intimidating in a sense. So
hitter
another pinch hitter coming in. This is another pitcher that's coming to bat. A right-hander, Nico George. Goes to Keystone College. Wow. All right. So another pitcher coming in. See what he's got. And I was telling the Giants earlier this game, I said, honestly, I was rooting for you guys last night for one of the pitchers just to send one over the wall.
Yeah.
Because how cool would it be to see a pitcher come in and then they just send a home, just hit a home run? Like, that'd be wild.
Yeah.
I mean, just you respect it no matter what team they're on. If they're a pitcher and they can hit a ball, kudos to you. Tip of the cap, 0-1.
Oh.
Yeah.
He
Okay.
wanted it. He's smiling.
Yeah, Stutzman didn't want to give him anything easy, that's for
Yeah.
sure. 90-mile-per-hour pitch, and Stutzman's got a pretty good grin on his face right now.
Yeah.
He's having fun with it.
Everyone's having fun tonight.
Absolutely, and that's what it's all about. 0-2. And that's fouled back. Oh, good catch there by Durham, the old bare hand.
Fort McMurray dugout's going crazy for this guy.
He fouled one off.
Yeah.
He didn't see, he's made it past 3 pitches. So you're saying there's a chance. And that just missing down and away, 91 mile per hour. Stutzman has an arm on him. From Richland, Washington, goes to Whitworth University.
He's a new face as well. He just showed up, I think, a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. And an out, force out at second gets Nate Mountjoy. So good play there by the Gulls. Nico George reaches base though on a fielder's choice, so he's got to be pretty happy about that.
I wonder what his thoughts are. Still second? What do I do?
Yeah. He's like, now what do I do?
Yeah.
I'm on base. I was not expecting this.
Do I score? Like, who do I look at?
Yeah.
Oh, look at him go.
And there he goes to steal a base, and he gets there.
He caught it again.
Oh, man, what is with this? You're absolutely a genius. You're like, I don't know what to think here. You reading people's minds? What's going on here? Yeah, I think you got a good job at TV or calling something. Maybe you need to go buy a lotto ticket tonight, Matthew.
Maybe go to
I don't
casino
know.
or something.
Yeah, you got to go to the casino. You might hit big tonight, my friend. Impressive stuff.
It'd be a thing if you took third too now.
This is scary that how much of you're calling this game right now. This ball is popped up to shallow center field. Who's going to catch it? It's going to be, I was hoping you would say who. Dane Liskey? Is it going to be, Deuce going to call him off? You don't want to test your luck too much, I guess. But nice catch there by Dane Liskey. On Caleb Graham. So coming up is Red Hodgins now. Runner at second, that is the pitcher who came in as a pinch hitter for Aiden Lahaney, Nico George. And probably is going to be over at first base as well by the end of this. This ball hit down the third base line. Getting there is a speedy John Boy Rittenhouse for out number 3. Well, we'll let you get down there. I know you got some stuff to do, Matthew, but thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast tonight, keeping us company.
Thank you.
Matthew McKenzie, ladies and gentlemen, number 19 for your Sylvan Lake Gulls. We'll be back with more Gulls baseball here next. while John Boy Rittenhouse will lead things off here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Gulls up 9. 1 run, and this game's over. But it has been a quick game. We are at 9:06 p.m. local time. We got started a little later too with, obviously the player ceremonies with the awards and everything like that. So even with a later start, it's been under 2 hours, and this game's almost over. And we have fireworks to look forward to, ladies and gentlemen, here at the ballpark for Fan Appreciation Night. So it's going to be one of those nights where the fans are going to have to maybe sit back and wait a little longer for the sun to go down just to catch a good show of the fireworks, as this game has just been trucking along here tonight, and we love to see it. Now let's take a look at the rest of our player awards, because we didn't get through all of them. Pitcher of the Year, we got to Braden Stewart. Defensive Player of the Year, Dom Juicy. Offensive Player of the Year, John Boy Rittenhouse. But the Culture of Excellence goes to Coleman Perry this year, and that's good stuff to see from him, as he was such a valuable player for this club this summer, and he's done so many good things. 304, he's definitely become a fan favorite. 304 is what he was hitting. 31 RBIs, 7 homers, 52 hits, 35 runs in 46 games. Coleman Perry has had a busy summer here. And then the team MVP, and if you haven't guessed it by now, you would probably think it's this guy, Elijah Hamill. Of course. I mean, how couldn't you? This guy had a bat on him all season long, was most consistent, and Rittenhouse will ground this out, and a throw out to first in time for out number 1. But congratulations to Elijah Hamill, the MVP for the Sylvan Lake Gulls this year. 349 is what he was hitting, 33 RBIs, led the team in homers at 11, and had 51 hits, 33 runs in 40 games. John Boy Rittenhouse was the guy that played the most games out of all the Gulls players this summer, with 52 out of 56 games. Isn't that something? 4 games is all he missed all summer long. Okay, so we got a pinch hitter, and this is a pitcher. Mason Little coming in to bat. I'm sure that's making our friend Matthew McKenzie a little jealous right now. I know Mason Little can golf, and everybody's kind of having some fun with it. The Gulls are getting some pitchers into some batting opportunities. The kid from Memphis, Tennessee, what kind of bat does he got on him? Is it a baseball swing or is it a golfing swing? I guess we'll find out. And Hamill just down the line here. I'm watching him in front of the dugout, and he's kind of giving some lessons to some of the guys over there. And Little doesn't want to walk. He doesn't want to walk. The pitch is full to him. He's asking if he can get the green light here with a 3-0 count. Now, the Toronto Blue Jays did that earlier today, tying the game up on a 3-0 count. They were down 2 runs, and they gave the green light to one of their hitters. I'm trying to remember the name right now. It's blanking on me, but he ended up hitting a 2-run shot that would tie the ball game. And Little goes around on it. Of course he does. Having some fun. Nothing but smiles. And it was going to be a ball. Like, you know what? The guy, the boys of the dugout were loving it. Of course they are. Oh, fun stuff here at the ballpark. 3-1. And he's going to take a walk. He's like, all right, fine. I'll get on base. I'll be smart about things. So Little gets the walk, gets the handshake from Andrew Parks. Even the Giants, Nico George over at first having some fun with it. And this is Clary Simpson stepping up to the plate for his 5th at-bat. One and 0 count to Simpson. Again, we want to thank Matthew McKenzie for coming up to the broadcast booth and chatting with us and keeping us company for a good chunk and majority of this ball game. Such a knowledgeable kid. Obviously has a lot of experience, and the hit and run is on. Mason Little turns second, and he gets all the way to third. He was going to steal a base, and instead it was a nice hit and run base hit by Cleary Simpson. Timed well there by Little as that finds its way into the gap. And Mason Little can't believe it. His hat fell off and everything. So Little is just 90 feet away from scoring the 10th run of the ball game. This brings up Dane Liskey. Couple RBIs, couple base hits. He's had himself a pretty good night for a rookie. And look at Mason Little. That's a runner there if you've ever seen him. 2 feet on the bag. Yeah. He is definitely not into any comfort zone over there. It's something that he's not used to being. Puts both feet on the bag. I love it. I love to see it. He's going to toy a little bit with the pitcher. Gabe Smitherman. Try to get in his eyes. No, now he's turning the rally cap on with the batter's helmet. And this is hit on the ground softly. Liskey will be thrown out at first. Little stays at third. Now 2 runners in scoring position. Good play there by the pitcher Caleb Paquette to come field that ball. And that'll bring up Hunter Durr, who's had himself a night. 3 for 4, 2 RBIs, a triple, and a couple singles. And that guy wants to come home. Hunter Durr wants to drive him home as well. Add to that RBI tally. And that hits Durr right on the arm. So base is loaded now for another youngster in Zach McDonald coming to the plate. So Durr has seen it all tonight. And even the guys in the dugout were kind of awing at that play because they wanted him probably to drive in another couple of runs at least. He's had himself a great night. Zach McDonald had a base hit his last at bat, and he's got an RBI in this one. A 2 RBI single, and that does it. Walks it off. The Gulls mercy the Fort McMurray Giants in the final game of the 2026 WCBL season. And it comes off the bat of Dane Liskey. And the boys give him some love. What a game it was for Sylvan Lake. I mean, you got it all throughout the lineup. You got the bullpen. They were rolling. The bullpen was going. So many pitchers coming into this game. 7 pitchers, in fact, came into this game, and they did the job so perfectly. And now the Sylvan Lake Gulls are going to salute the great crowd that has been behind them all night long. For the 3rd time this season, or for the 3rd time in franchise history, I should say, the Sylvan Lake Gulls are 38-18 on the year. Let's hand things down to field level with Joe Whitbread, our player of the game.
Time this season, he was trucking. Is that your first triple? This is Hunter Durr, everybody, your player of the game. Congratulations. What a heck of a ball game for you, young man.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about, here we go. You joined this team later than the other guys. You're obviously clearly a member of this club now and headed into postseason. How does it feel?
Feels good. I mean, we got a great group of guys, and it's just fun to show up every day.
Yeah, it really is. And you found yourself in that lineup tonight. What did it feel like trucking around first, learning at second that you're going for more and heading for third?
I mean, I haven't done that since my senior year at high school, so I hit second and just kind of took off. I think I got the stop sign, but didn't really look, just kind of wet.
Heading through the stop sign on Fan Appreciation Night. My last one for you. How about this fan base? You guys have enjoyed it all season long. They came out in full force all summer, even through rain delays. How about Gulls fans?
Oh, it's amazing. It's like nothing I've ever experienced before. It's amazing.
And they appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, your EG Auctions player of the game is Hunter Durr.
Well, the kid from Liberty Lake, Washington got the job done here tonight. The rookie said he hasn't ran that long since probably his senior year in high school for a triple, and he had himself just a terrific game with a great Gatorade shower at the end of it as well. Good game for Hunter Dern. Good game for all of these rookies and these young guys that saw some action in this game here tonight against the Fort McMurray Giants to close out the season for yet another win. The 38th win of the season for your Sylvan Lake Gulls. It was a terrific season yet again by the Lake boys, 38-18, 3 times now that they have done that. Only one time they have had a better record, and that was, of course, the record-breaking record back in 2024 when they put up over 40 wins in a season. Now has since been beat by the Saskatoon Berries. But yeah, Sylvan Lake Gulls rolling into playoffs. You could just tell down in that dugout right now, down at field level, talking to Matthew McKenzie, it's very light. These guys are having fun being at the ballpark, and you can't ask for it any more than that, to just know that your team's having a lot of fun right now, playing the sport that they love, heading into now some of the most serious time of the season, and that is the playoffs, of course. And 2026 playoffs begin this Friday on August 6th for the Western Conference semifinal, for a date with the Lethbridge Bulls right here at Gulls Field. And then, of course, on August 8th, it'll head down to Lethbridge for Game 2. And then if a game is necessary on the best-of-3 series, they'll come back to Sylvan Lake on August 9th. But a great game here again tonight at home. The Sylvan Lake Gulls improved their home record to 23-5 in the regular season. Outstanding numbers, and the fans were all in for it. Martin, our camera guy, getting involved as well. It was a beautiful night here at the ballpark for even our All-Stars as well, and our player awards being handed out before this game. But a lot of pitching changes, a lot of awards, a lot of hot dogs being eaten, Maddox Shaver going nuts, and some double plays to add to it as well. It has been just overall an exceptional night for the rookies, including Hunter Durr and Snapman yet again, toying with all the boys. Fort McMurray was having fun as well. Love to see the guys in the truck. Green Onion Media, you're incredible all season long, every single year, putting on a great show like this. For Green Onion Media and the crew, Calvin Bellows, I'm Cale Clark with another bird's eye view on this one. Good night.